Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be playing a deck that we might as well just call Jacob Fatu because it's all gas, no brakes. If you know, you know. We're going to be playing lots of Racoons and Dragons today. Basically, no defense. Well, very little, but let's get into this deck list. So we're starting with the Burst Lightning because, you know, damage, technically some removal, but we're really going to use this for damage upstairs more often than not. We have Llanowar Elves and Badger Mole Cubs. I know, but we need the mana, actually, and it'll make sense here in a second. We have some Keen-Eyed Curator. This is some of our little bit of defense for graveyards, but it is still a Raccoon and matters in this list. We have another Raccoon as well in Wandertail Mentor that can get bigger for us casting larger things. And Scrap Shooter. This is a way we can get rid of artifacts and enchantments, but realistically it gives us a 4/4 with reach, which is pretty big. We do have Vast Land Scavenger, also a 4/4 body, which is huge, and the 4 power does matter here, by the way, but it does let us find other cards. We have Moira, Trash Tactician, so anytime we spend at least 4 mana, we gain 3 life, and then if we spend 8 in a turn, then we get 2 more cards that we get to play till our next turn. But generally, Moira is adding mana for each Raccoon we have, which is why we're leaning on the Raccoon so hard. Then we also have Ouroboros because, well, it's a 4 mana thing, and if we can get it, why not? Halana Nalena gives everything haste and some extra counters. Also awesome if you could get this card larger. And then we have a Parade of Dragons and Bonehorde Dracosaur, which has gone under the radar and not really played much, but being able to just get more resources and more cards is nice. And then we have Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest, which is super good if you can get this with haste, just a big bonus, and sometimes can injure your opponent in nearly one shot. And then just some Nova Hellkite. So if your opponent sweeps the board, we have more hasty creatures that can come over the top. And then Vivian Reed, so we can just hunt for even more creatures later in the game and kind of make our draws a little bit better. Lands, nothing too surprising. We do have a Corey Still Monastery, so we can dig a little bit, make use of that mana. And some Bossing Says and Restless Ridgeline, so we can attack with our creature lands if it comes down to that. As a reminder, if you're going to buy some Magic, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. Why? Because you can use my code DRAGON, which is DRAGN, and it'll save you 5% on your whole order. But on top of that, if you're going to be in any of these cities, you should check them out because they're setting up at all these events. So if you want to bring cards directly to them to sell, and they do pay very well, you don't have to ship anything. That's usually people's big concern because shipping's expensive and it's difficult. You can just roll up to one of these shows, bring them stuff, and walk out with cash. But all that being said, let's go see if these Raccoons and Dragons can get the job done. Okay, all right. This is solid. We should be able to make a go of this one. This looks more just like a green aggro hand than anything. But I'm not mad at it. Let's get us a cub. And go attacking. A Voice of Victory. Well, if your plan is to Voice of Victory, then I guess we just go here. And attack. I mean, there's a chance they'll like Shelter or Ouroboros or something, but we'll live with it if they do. It's worth it. This could also just be one of those flash whatever decks. If so, that's fine too. So just try to counter and flash in a bunch of stuff. And if so, we can live with that. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana? Is that right? Ooh, that's kind of nice. So let's get... Oh, wait. Yeah, we kind of have to in case they're playing like the make us pay 2 mana, whatever thing. What do we get? Moira, darn it. Oh, no, we can cast Moira. All right. Forgot we had that 3rd mana there. Excellent. And then I guess I attack with Badger Mole. If you have a way to save your duder, then like so be it. All right. They got some things to figure out next turn. Cool. We can live with it. I assume this is where... Oh no, it's a Cosmic Grand Zenith. Not what I was expecting to see at all, but that's worth it, I guess. If you attack, I can't remove your Voice of Victory. I mean, I'm still blocking and only taking 2, but fact of the matter, they're down to 2 cards. So their deck is not what I thought it was, but that's actually kind of okay. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, which basically means we could empty our whole hand if we wanted to. So I say we go with Scrap Shooter. We play... Oh, actually, let me use one of the mana to try to buff up the Badger Mole Cub, which worked, and there's an Ouroboros on top. Great. Especially while we have another map. Oh, no, because I play this, I lose it. Oh, no. Because I spent more than enough mana, I actually get these till the next turn. So that actually works, too. Oh, my gosh. We just have all the value right now. All right, we do need to expend some of these. Weirdly, I think these 3 are from Dragonhawk. I wish it told us which was which. But we'll put this over here on green. And I could attack with Badger Mole, but then at that point I'm just trading it for a Cosmic Grand Zenith, most likely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I probably don't even need it, but alright, I'll make the trade. Okay, they didn't want to. Alright. They're down to 7. Dragonhawk's doing its job. And they have to deal with Dragonhawk now. Yeah, exactly, because you don't want me to get to attack with it. But then you also know Ouroboros is coming. Great. And we have all these maps to get counters onto the Ouroboros. Like, if we can't get some extra damage out of this, it's going to look real bad. Oh, and a Burst Lightning. Sure. And we get 2 this time because we have 2 Racoons. We could also just spin this and get access to 2 more cards. Man, we have just the world at our disposal right now. Oh, that can absolutely stay. Let's go ahead and put some more counters on the Ouroboros. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. I have 5 attackers. This is more than enough. We can save that extra map. It's not even really necessary. Just in case they have a weird, like, split up or something. Which is totally possible. Alright. Well, they did all the black. If one of those would have went through, we just Burst Lightning them for the difference. But they know the Burst Lightning's on top of the library as well. Alright. Well, we played a little awkwardly thinking they were a different type of deck early. But it turns out this is actually also another real deck too. This deck shows up quite a bit. I just haven't seen it the last few days and forgot about it. Yep, that's gonna do it. Yeah, this is one where all the extra mana from Wera and the Badger Mole, this is what I was saying, like, we need the mana because we're generating all these extra cards and ways to play stuff, and like, and in this case, having the mana to use the map still left up other options. So this was actually pretty good overall. There's also a situation last turn where I could have used a Burst Lightning to get rid of one of their blockers, potentially, and then kind of force them into having to block with the Cosmic Grand Zenith, but it really didn't matter at the end of the day. I mean, we get to go first, so we'll keep it, but it's not... I mean, I guess we could Ridgeline... If we get a green source, then we could play Keen-Eyed Curator on 2. If not, we'll just play a Badger Mole Cub that'll probably be very short-lived. Though I generally prefer playing other things early if we can. And they do have black mana, so probably some other options on their side. Oh, a Corpse is a loss. Yeah, sure, I'll take 3. You got it. Oh, well, that's fun. Can I Moira and leave up red? I can. I could also Vastland Scavenger, but I don't think that's any better. Alright, I'll attack with a Badger Mole, because we're not blocking with it, you know. Moira being a 2/4 is also big business, by the way. I don't think that gets recognized enough. Moira can definitely hold down the fort for a minute. And the opponent scoops. How wild is that? The opponent got their Corpse of the Lost or whatever and just like, can't get past Moira. I guess that's it. Like, and then they just, granted, the next turn was going to be pretty good for us because we have 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, even if we don't draw a land. So we could just get rid of the Corpses of the Lost and have a full couple of blockers up. We could just play a couple of bodies in the way. We had like all kinds of options available to us. Okay, let's keep it. A little bit of a slower hand. Oh, this could be bad, actually. If this is like a Boros Auras deck, oof. Being on the draw here could get us into early trouble. What do we get to do with the Nova Hellkite? Answer's probably nothing. I guess I'm going to go with the Wandertail Mentor, but not expecting to get anything out of it. Opponent's early draw here is very good for them. Yep, kind of saw that coming. Yep. Can we find a Burst Lightning? That would be good. Because then I could at least like Curator plus Burst Lightning. Nah, no luck. Alright. So then we still take 2, 4, 5, 6. We go to 7. Maybe I could get something down to... I don't know. Let's see. We got kind of the expensive part of the deck, and we need more of the cheap part of the deck. But unless those cards are lands in their hand, this one might be over pretty quick. But yeah, Burst Lightning would have been pretty special. Yep, down to 7. And it looks like they have some interaction still, so this is bad for us. Yeah, Moira, you're just a turn too late, I think. Could have used the mana previously, but now we take 2, 3, 4, and then a Lightning Helix kills us. Yeah, there's really not much we can do. Alright. This was just a bad hand. Comes with the territory. Remove my Moira, and then just get in for lethal if you got it. Or just Helix us now, Helix us on your turn. I don't know. Like, there's a bunch of ways we die. Oh, that's one of them. Got a shelter? Looks like they do. Alright, cool. We can move on. Yeah, we just didn't play much there. This is interesting. I'll keep it. I don't know how good it is. But it might do something. I think I'm willing to just play the Forest turn 1. Here, since neither of our red sources enter the battlefield tap, we can keep it a secret for another turn or two that we have another color available. Without taking damage. Especially if they play like their own... I was going to say if they played their own Llanowar Elf there or something. Could have been big. Alright, let's go with Vastland Scavenger. This is often one of the things that will draw removal because the threat of what this could be is really big. Granted, right now, we're still 2 mana away from casting it, so they might not care about it. But it's also a 4-ball when you attack. Oh, they're just going to Riddler. Nice. Okay, then. Let's play Bossing, say, into Halana Delena. And we'll just juice up the Scavenger. and just say, hey, we know where the target is. And now you want to get rid of either Halana, Helena, or the Scavenger, because you don't want me to find something big with the Bind to Life, and then it gets haste. Which, if it's a Dragonhawk, that's huge. Because the Dragonhawk itself would be 7, and then we'd get 2 and 2, so 4 triggers for 8 more damage. Like, that's way too much. You can't let that happen. And even if you have a counter, I was gonna say you don't. Oh, they're just dead. Yeah, you're dead. Yeah, all right, easy peasy. Yeah, not remove the Halana Lena on that turn is super detrimental because I mean, admittedly, we already have the creature in hand, but that's 4, 6, 7, 8, and another 4, 14, 15. Yeah, crazy. Or we just activate a land and then put the counters on it from Halana Lena. That would have got it done too. Yes, we are keeping. For some reason, I saw Multiversal Passage, which made me hesitate because I was like, I put Fable Passage in here? But no, wrong card. Ooh, okay. Let's... I guess this needs to be on red? Just because the way our hand sets up? I want to play a bigger creature, but it's smarter to just play the mana. And then just leave up red for a Burst Lightning in case something doesn't go right. By the way, anytime your opponent does that, it looks highly suspicious, right? Like something's going down. And against these decks, that's one of the reasons when you see black or red mana, why sometimes getting the bigger body out there is nice, but I was okay taking the risk to try to ramp our mana a little bit. Now if I'm the opponent, just start offing my creatures. Like, you see that I've missed a land drop. Come get them. Celebration. Oh, so this is usually a reanimator pile when you see stuff like that. Using this to give stuff haste at some point in the future. Alright, that's kind of fun. Is that the only thing over there getting reanimated that we would be worried about? Alright, I'm just going to play this. No value. No real value, anyway. Still a 4/4. But we are definitely behind in trying to make our deck do what we want it to do. I'm assuming there's going to be discarding more monsters. Yep. Switch life totals. Got it. Okay. Well, I guess we just do the thing we can do. I mean, this probably gets hit with the Get Lost or whatever. What we needed that turn was our Keen-Eyed Curator, which we did not find. That would have been the option. Now we're probably just in a world of hurt. And then if our opponent reanimates their dude... Oh, you know what? Hold on. Oh, you know what they're going to do? They're going to play Fix What's Broken. These are both 7. So they will gain 6, and we'll go to 8. That's 14. We might still be able to get there because of the Dragonhawk. Oh, no, we go to 1, and they go to 13. Oh, that sucks. Or 14. All right, Dragonhawk's good for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If we can get an untapped land, we can still win. Oh, no, because they have haste. What am I talking about? And they trample. All right, cool. You got it. No blocks. You got me. Here's the thing, though. Had we had a situation where we had a mana open, we could have just burst lightning them when they were at 1 and we'd have won the game. So there were some weird situations that were possible outs, but us missing that land drop early, that really did us in. Let's keep this. We're on the draw, so, you know, we're going to need a little help, but that's okay. This is just be one of those situations where not having a lot of defensive cards is going to punish us a little bit. And that just kind of comes with the territory. All right, that's kind of good, right? That they didn't have anything else to do there. Now there's a chance they just get rid of our Wandertail Mentor, attack, which would make sense. So we're probably going to be priced into playing the Nova Hellkite just to get rid of the Bastronaut. Just to minimize our damage, I think is the right plan. And then hopefully we can draw something else to play alongside this Badger Mole Cub. I mean, I guess technically we could Badger Mole Cub into a 4/4, so that's a thing. But they had a dragon of their own. That's bad. And a Bolt Wave. Wow. Okay. Well, at least Scrap Shooter can block. Right? That's something. If we feel we need to go that route. I think we do. As much as I would love to play Scavenger and try to hunt for something next turn. Well, let's see. We're at 9. What's the worst that can happen? They pay 5 for this guy. I mean, we could brick, obviously. But if we take 4, we go to 5. They have 1 card. I'm going to go with the Scavenger. I have no idea if this plan's going to work. Because if they get rid of Badger Bone, we still have to draw an untapped land. So that's a whole problem in and of itself. But we'll figure it out. All right, and they're damaging themselves to help us out here. So that didn't turn out terribly. Okay, like, this is still something. Play a Llanowar Elf. Play this Hellkite. To off the Bastronaut. Attack for 4 of our own. Actually, maybe we should attack for both of them here. Because if we put them low enough, like, they're forced to block, right? Maybe not totally. But they go to 5 now. Okay. Okay, Hellkite, get rid of our Llanowar Elf, sure. So we take 5. But they can't attack with both or they just die. Opponent, what are you doing? Okay, well, it didn't matter. We have our own Hellkites and other stuff anyway. Sure. I guess there's a world where we mess up and decide to play Bind to Life. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. All right, we're going to keep it. But I feel like this hand is so much about Badger Mole Cub living or not. Whoa, you know on this board I've never clicked on that little thing, and I saw just, like, I just clicked on it for once, and there you go. So these, like, these little glow birds or whatever come out. That's cool. They're like fractals. Cecil. Well, I can't do much about a Cecil. You just get to have that, I guess. Alright. Here's where things probably start getting rough. Because I assume you're playing black and red. There's no chance you kept a 6-carder where I get to keep Badger Mole Cub, right? Oh, how wrong I am. Okay, well, that's a surprise. A pleasant one, but a surprise, nonetheless. No attacks. I mean, now you gotta get rid of one of these, right? Okay, there you go. Oh, that's cool. So you're playing Rakdos with some repartee stuff? Yeah, I'm not interested in blocking. Do what you're going to do. This forces them to make a choice on what they're going to try to remove. And if they leave us with Badger Mole Cub, we get to play the other Ore Board and a Burst Lightning. We might not have enough life, though, for this to matter if we're not careful. Because that's 8. All right, opponent still has 2 cards. This could get scary. And another Cecil to just lose your others. Oh, to keep it as a blocker, I guess. That's fair. All right. Let's go the second Ouroboros. Because if one's good, two's better. Stop all those real shenanigans. And, yeah, now we'll attack. Like, if you don't just take 8, that's cool. And we already have more than 5 mana, which is really what our deck aims for. So opponent goes to 6, and we have a whole pile of lethal attackers. There's Show Off. I don't think Show Off by itself is going to be nearly enough. Yeah, we're blocking. Zero reason not to. I mean, you have 1 card and we have 2 lethal attackers. So I'm pretty sure we don't die here. Yeah. It doesn't hurt us one bit. So they have 1 blocker to our 3 attackers. Yep, that's real close. Oh, that is exactly enough. They drew the extra card they needed. Hey, way to go, opponent. I thought that math was going to work out to 7, but they drew exactly a card they needed to get the extra point there. Good on them. Can we play this going first? Yeah, probably. I was just trying to think about what order makes sense for our lands, but we probably still have to play Bossing Say first. Or things just don't work. Oh, however, this hand is trying to do its best to not do a lot. Is it weird that I almost want to just draw lands the rest of the way? This is what happens when you keep questionable hands, let me tell you. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just play a Scrap Shooter. I mean, they could filter a land to like a road or something. But we wouldn't even be mad at just getting another land. All right, what you got? Oh, End of the Flood Maw. Sure, I guess. And another Soul Guide Lantern. Sure. Can we continue to draw lands, deck? That's what we would like to do. Excellent. Much appreciated. And then we just play this tapped and pass. And then I guess we just start the Parade of Dragons. Hellkite, Dragonhawk or something. Just make a lander token, gain some life. I mean, that's actually reasonable. I have no idea what their deck's doing other than just being defensive right now. Well, they left something on top, so I imagine it's one of the things they've been looking for. Alright, this is still going to be tapped. Alright, here comes 8. This is a weird game because the opponent's doing stuff, but doesn't feel like productive stuff, so I'm not really sure what we're even supposed to be looking out for. And now they know about the Nova Hellkites. Alright, they get to put something onto the battlefield tapped. Drawing 4, which gets them a land. Is their plan just to, like, doppelgang? Alright, we get attack for 8. They go to 8. I think we just full-size this Hellkite. And then I guess they doppelgang or do whatever they're going to do. And then maybe we could just Dragon Hawk and shoot them. If it's even doppelgang. Like, for all I know, it could be anything else. But, alright, there's Ugin. Sure. Not what I was expecting to see, but not a total surprise either. So I go to 11 to 13. All right. So we can Hellkite and Ouroboros. That gets 5 and 10. We could take out Ugin, or we could attack them down to 3. Then they go up to 6, but can we win from there? Is the question. If we just play Dragonhawk, then we get an 8. So that's not going to do it. And that has to be done to a player, right? To each opponent. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is all just kind of ugly. Oh, I don't have enough to do both. I only have 6 mana. Ooh. All right. I guess this is sadly what we got to do then. Hate wasting resources, but is what it is. All right. Wow, I got lucky. For some reason, I thought I had 7 mana there. I only had 6. If I had 7, it becomes a little easier to say play the Ouroboros, keep the Burst Lightning. All right, they still have a ton of mana. Sure, my boss thing say is turned off. You got it. This where the counters come down? No, not yet. Oh, they're gonna counter something, right? I suppose, I mean... There's nothing? No bounce spells? Oh, this attack feels so gross. All we're doing searching for a lane? Okay. Little surprising. So what's the plan? All right, tap a bunch of stuff out for 2 turns, I guess. Blink it out. Okay. Go to 10. So funny. I just worked on a video we have coming soon. So follow, by the way, and subscribe if you haven't, about all the different sweepers and how even weird decks have sweepers they can play, which is so funny. Now, this is just until this goes away, right? Or is capture when you may draw a card. Up to X target creatures for each of those cards. Maybe put them as long as it remains exiled. So we can just play it. I mean, that's 8, 9, 10. I also kind of want to just do this. What are you sitting on, opponent? What's the other part of this? Whenever one or more non-token creatures enter, if one or more of them was entered from exile, oh, you get to draw a card. Let's just try this. Is this going to be enough? Feels like it should be. But there's still bounce spells and other things, so sure. Aether Eyes hits, my dude. Just end the turn. Earthbend, you got it. Opponent was ramping to their heart's content. I mean, yeah, I'm blocking. like I'm not sure what else you expect us to do, but I probably would have been blocking. Let's Badger Mole. Turn that into a creature. Let's Halana Nalena. And we'll turn Badger Mole into a 4 power. And then we will attack with just these two. So that you can Aetherize again. Yep, how'd we know? Such a surprise. Alright. This will explain 2 of the pseudo sweepers. Aetherizes and the Extraordinary Drain. Yep, draw 8. Find you an Ugin. That is not an Ugin. That's creatures entering don't cost. Yeah, sure. I think the only thing that matters for is Dragonhawk and Badger Mole, but we already have the Lana down. This only taps for 1, right? Yeah, alright. So now the opponent's just dead. They can see our whole hand at this point. I guess not true. You have this. This is still blue mana. That's still a real thing. How do we end up winning this game? What I want to know. Because this won't trigger when it enters. Unless we wanted to play Sharpshooter and get rid of the other dude first or whatever. Alright. Attack. I mean, just by itself, it's enough. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. Alright. And then instep, deal some damage. Alright, cool. Good win. Yeah, this was a weird game. This was... I don't even know what the win condition really is for this. Because they went through a lot of cards. I'm sort of wondering, is like the plan just to Ugin everything away? But then I'm like, what do you do after that? Well, actually, I say that. You could just win with lands, I guess, off of the Ascensions. And yeah, because there wasn't even creature lands or whatever. That's weird. But hey, you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. It's just a weird game. That's all. Oof. All right, we'll keep it. But unfortunately, we don't have much going on other than Badger Mole Cub. Kind of wouldn't mind just drawing a Llanowar Elf next turn, just playing the Monastery and seeing what happens from there. But we drew another Badger Mole, so we can at least take advantage of double Badger Mole next turn. That's a thing. And then they're going to play their own, so that works out nicely for us, right? We have triple Badger Mole. Okay, why not? If we tap this for green, we play this Badger Mole. Then this now produces 3 mana. We can play another Badger Mole. And then this produces 4 mana. That doesn't help us, right? We just get to play Vivian if we want to. That's not all that right here. I'd rather get rid of their Badger Mole Cub. This is just a silly pile of cards. Like, this hand started out really bad. Alright, they have a Badger Mole into something. I guess the positive benefit here is that we get to Vivian and then just see what we find with so much extra mana. Ooh. Do we want Halana and Elena or do... Oh, this is a decision, actually. They probably can't deal with Nova Hellkite, though. Can I cast Nova Hellkite? I could if I play the Multiversal Passage. Yeah, I think we just do it. And just say, here we go. It doesn't really matter that we're targeting that. Yeah, we're just going to get everything in there. I don't think you're blocking. I mean, they could play... I was going to say not that, but that is actually a really good card here because those block dragons. Because they have reach, right? Yeah. So that's a real thing. Opponent is at 9. So now if we can just... Well, there's that too. I was going to say if we could just find an Ouroboros, that would be fine, but may not even need it. I guess we'll take the Bone Horde Dracosaur. How much mana can we make? 4, 8, 12, 13? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay, well. And then play the Monastery, play this other Knucklehead. Sure. And then go attacking. I mean, the 3/4 has to block the dragon. Okay, I guess it doesn't. I mean, you're staring at 10 points otherwise, right? Okay, it's over anyway. Sure. Yeah, that game was weird, but hey, more wins with dragons. Yeah, so I don't know how to really grade this. It had a winning record. It was 8-5, so I'm not mad about that. But overall, it's like we didn't really see like the reanimator piles. I think we saw just one. We didn't really run into the Jeskai control stuff. We didn't see the Selesnya landfall decks. Like 3/4 of the meta we normally run into, we didn't get to play against today in this run. So it's a little bit hard to measure how effective this deck would be. It obviously has a bunch of good cards and things that are really powerful. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Bone Horde Dracosaur really get to do anything, which would have been interesting. But I could see an argument for cutting the Dracosaur and playing another Scavenger, bringing the casting cost of the deck down a little bit, and giving you a fun late game play with an extra bind to life to cast, potentially. So I think that could make a lot of sense. But, you know, I'm not mad at it. It did the things we wanted to do for the most part, right? Like, we won our games with a lot of dragons. And, namely, Dragonhawk, right? This did a lot of the work. And Moira showed out, right? The couple times we got Moira, the extra mana was great. The extra cards were great. I mean, I guess you could also replace a Bone Horde Dracosaur with Moira if you wanted to. That would be another reasonable option. But yeah, I'm not mad at any of this. The deck played well. We didn't really run into mana color problems at all, even with the double pips everywhere. The only real concern is a couple of times we kind of got stuck on mana, and that, you know, just variance, that happens. And I kept one bad hand that we just never worked our way out of. So, you know, count those however you will. But yeah, overall, this was fun. If you want to play some Racoons, if you want to play some Dragons, fire this one up. It was a blast. Now, how will it do against all the meta decks? Don't really know because you didn't get to play against a lot of them, but I feel like they should at least be reasonable. If you have a concern, put in some other fight spells or burn spells like lightning strikes or something to help out your situation. But this will be over on Moxfield as is. Feel free to season to taste as usual. That's all I have for now. We'll see you next time.